Hey everybody, Tonia Reeves, Australia's Cowgirl medium, coming at you from home here in Sunday Creek. It's lovely and sunny outside, so we're appreciating a good day today. I hope you've all had a great week. It's been interesting energetically for us over here, and I know connecting to many others that I do readings for. We've been sort of feeling that inclination to want to pull back a little bit and take some time to regroup. So I just wanted to share that today because I feel it's an important one to share and say, sometimes there is times where you just have that need to want to take a step back and sit in your own space without the distractions of, things that as humans we're often distracted. And there comes a time where a lot of those distractions become a bit overwhelming and it feels really busy. And that's when often your own inner guidance is a real struggle because we're just so busy being busy that we don't actually have time to actually sit and go, you know what, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm just going to be in my own space and really take note of what I'm feeling personally and really allowing your spiritual team to step in and say, hey, this is a message for you. This is what you need to be doing. This is a way of changing things. There's so many different perspectives that can be sometimes or even guidance that pops into our head, little random ideas that often are things that we really need to hear. So if you can imagine, like when you're busy, you're distracted and you're not focusing, then it becomes cluttered, your brain becomes cluttered, everything becomes a little bit foggy. And, we really then tend to struggle to either make decisions for ourselves or, actually being able to know the direction that we're going in and get that feeling of what feels right for us and what doesn't. So it's really important to sit within that at times and take a step back and say, you know what, it's okay to do that. It's okay to take a step back. And that might be from friends and family, from, just doing things that keep you busy that maybe aren't as fulfilling. And I don't mean that as in friends and family, but, we often just get caught up in doing things and sometimes too it can be doing things for others. Like others can say, can you do this for me and this for me? And you become really overloaded with the burdens of, doing all these things for everyone else, but you're not filling your own cup up. So I feel like as a collective, we've been called to acknowledge that and take a moment to say, what are you doing to fill your own cup up? Because we tend to forget that. And, for most of us here on this earth, we're givers. We love to help others. We love to be of service for many of us. And for those that are in that role, we often, and I'm included in that, we often forget to say, okay, I need my cup to be filled up. How am I going to do that? For me, that's getting out in nature, going for a walk, riding my horses, or even just hanging out with my horses. If you've got any sort of animal around you, connecting with them and just use them as an example. I mean, animals are the greatest because they just show you how joy in the moment is such an instant thing, and they give you that reward, that unconditional love that no matter where you're at, they're always there for you. So try and be your own inner animal to yourself. And I know that sounds nuts, but sometimes we need to be reminded that, taking each day at a time is fine. And if we're feeling a bit out of kilter, then don't hesitate to change up something or take a step back from things. And, you can do that easily, even if it's a couple of days, just saying I'm time out, spend some time on your own and really connect to what it is that's important to you. Because sometimes we think is important to us is more about everyone else and not so much about ourselves. So we need to be able to say, okay, I'm, going to focus on what's important for me. And, that can be sometimes being creative. It can be, you might do classes or do something you've always wanted to do and you've always put it on hold because you've put your needs last. So don't hesitate to, to put yourself first and say, okay, I need to do something for me. And, to be the best version of you allows you to then be the best version for everybody else. Now, I'm just going to have a check. Oh, no, we're all good. Yeah, so I think sometimes we just need to be reminded. We kind of know this deep down, but sometimes we don't honor it all the time. And I know I don't. I'll go along for a while and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's all great. And then all of a sudden, you fall in a heap. All right, I've got Tammy from Spickard in Missouri, I believe. I'm on my phone, so
Yes,
it just flashes up quickly. Hi, Tammy, Missouri, is that
Hello.
right?
Yes,
How you going?
pretty good.
That's good. Awesome. Thank you for calling in today. Now, was there an area you wanted me to focus on for you?
Not in particularly, just anything.
Okay. Have you got mum in spirit? I feel like I've got a mother here. I felt like I had a mother before you even came on. I'm like, is this for Tammy?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm like, mum's very strong. I was like, okay, mum, let's connect in with her. All right. Now let's see what we've got for mum. Has it only been a couple of years since mum's passed? I feel like there's a reference to two around her.
It's been about
Sorry?
15 years ago. About 15 years ago.
6 years? Okay, all right. Because she's taken me to two. Has somebody else passed 2 years ago? I just feel like there's a reference to two.
My sister.
Okay, because I feel like it's important. It was like 2 years. So, okay. So
Yep.
we've got, and it's your sister sneaking in as well. All right. So with your sister, let me just connect in. Your sister's more larger than life than mum. I feel like mum's sort of quieter. Does that make sense? Like mum's not as, how can you put it? She's communicating, but I feel like your sister is the one that's more bubbly and full of life.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I'm just like going, I've got to separate the two because they're both there. Mum definitely came in first, and it's like mum's held the space here. I do want to say I'm going to go to mum first because she's the one that, of course, rocked up first. I'd like to honour that. Mum wants to say how proud she is of you. So there's something just recently that's happened, and I feel like I want to go to this last year, possibly the last 6 months, that she wants to pat you on the back and say, well done. I do feel like there's some kind of decision that you've made that maybe was brewing for a while, and it's almost like mum's up there going, she's really proud of you.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Because just like but I feel like around that she's going, it was hard. So it was something you've had to really either have a hard think about, or, you really had to take a bit of a leap of faith is what I want to say with that. And it's like you're doing something in the family that no one before you's done is what she's showing me. So is this around what you do for work? It's like...
Did you say what I do for work?
Yeah, is it what you've done with training or something? Because I feel like there's an acknowledgement of you're the only one in the family that's stepped up to this degree.
I left my husband, so I don't know, maybe because that was an issue for a while.
Yep. And was he around when mum was around? Because it's...
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Because it's almost like I felt like that initially when she said, yeah, look, you've made that big decision. And it's like it wasn't easy, though, for you. You had to really, it's been a real struggle. But there's also something, are you training to do something? Or because I feel like there's something else separate to that she's showing me around whether you're going to have more education than most in your family, or you're stepping up to do something you've always wanted to do. And I feel like this is with work-related or career-related.
I can't think.
Or have you not yet? Okay. Maybe she's looking at something moving forward. There's something around you. You're either going to study or do something that you've always wanted to do, and it's like that will further your education somehow to enable you to step up into different work. So it's something different to what you've done before. Now, before I run out of time, because I want to bring your sisters there going, wrap this up. So it's like she wants her turn. I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
With your sister, I want to say a massive thank you to you and all that you did for her. I do feel like the way she's showing me that is maybe she didn't get to say that to you.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like an acknowledgement in the spirit world to say thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and there was something around a bit of a struggle with her personally, is what she's sharing with me. But she did it her way, and she's also showing me that she lived her life on her terms. But I do feel like she achieved a lot, even though it was cut short.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That is
so it's
true.
like, yeah. So she just wants to acknowledge that and say, and I feel like she was very opinionated, or like she was very strong in her opinions. And I think sometimes you might have butted heads a little bit, but it's like she's kind of laughing about it now. So I think that, often in the spirit world, they have that realization. Maybe I was a bit pushy or a bit hard or whatever, but it's like she's acknowledging that now, saying she was a bit like stubborn. Almost I feel like I'd cut my nose off to spite my face.
Mhm.
She's also referencing the song around her. So I don't know whether you have a specific song that is a memory of her, but she's showing me that there's something around music and her memory.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Now, she's also bringing me around to, are you doing spiritual work at the moment? 'Cause something around, I want to say, you connecting to spirit is what she's showing me.
I do feel like I have that kind of thing, and I've been told that a lot.
Yep. Get into that. So go and, even if you go and do a class or do something that really could bring that out, because that would be so awesome for you, and you would connect with these two readily, is what I want to say. And you have got a few up there in the spiritual world. I am running out of time. I do want to say to you, take the opportunity that's coming, and there is a move coming up soon.
Okay.
Okay, because I feel like they're quickly showing me that's the answers you need right now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I have to run out of time. Australia's Cowgirl Medium signing off, Tonia Reeves. Woo-hoo!